Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Hope Makeup. I am so happy that it is Friday, one more week, and the holidays are here. Thanksgiving is next Thursday. Oh my gosh, turkey fever. I have turkey fever. I cannot wait to eat some turkey. But for today's look, I wanted to do a really glammed look. I chose for this one something more simple, less complex. So I decided to go with a winged eyeliner and lashes with a very bold lip. And I love this lip color. It is amazing. Everything that I used is going to be detailed on the blog at hopemakeup.wordpress.com. And all the products that I use are also going to be underneath on the comments for the YouTube video. I will have the breakdown on the blog. And I hope you guys are able to recreate this look. It is super, super easy. I mean, extremely easy. I believe anybody can do it. And it's just simple, quick, and it's gorgeous. You don't really have to do, a lot. But I am happy to share it with you. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Practice the look. If you want to try this, by next week, I'm going to bring you guys 2 more looks before Thanksgiving so you guys have some to choose from. You can follow my blog at hopemakeup.wordpress.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Anna Jackson Makeup. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that as well. And you can like both my Facebook pages, Hope Makeup Artist and Anna Jackson Makeup. I hope you guys have a great weekend, have fun, and enjoy this video. Have fun. Bye. For today's look, I used Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I applied that to my entire eyelid. After that, I made sure that it was all over where I was going to put eyeshadow, and then moved on to my eyebrows and using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Ebony, and I'm also using a angled brush to apply it. And then I go ahead and apply it all over my eyebrow, just like so that way I can get all the product in there and it's nice and distributed evenly. Always double check to make sure that you are covering and filling in the entire area. It's always good to make sure that they're both equal as far as like how dark they are. I then take a spoolie to distribute all the product evenly onto my eyebrow. And that just makes it look so much more natural, and it gives it a better and cleaner appearance. After that, I'm going to take Smashbox Matte Beige eyeshadow using an angled fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply that to the entire lid and also to my brow bone to give it that nice highlight without the shimmer. I want it to be matte color. Then I'm going to take, also from Smashbox, a taupe color and put it on my crease, just like how you saw. And I'm going to take MAC's Omega, and I'm going to also apply that on the crease, followed by Smashbox Quartz, the little orangey one, and I'm going to put that one on top of my crease, on the very top one, which is right there. That's the Smashbox Quartz. And I'm using a shader brush to do this, to apply that color up on the crease. After that, I'm going to take H&M's Fluffy Crease Brush and MAC's Soft Brown, and I'm going to go over the crease with that color again. And I'm just going to make sure that it looks even and it's the same color as always. Next, I'm going to take an angled brush, and I'm going to use MAC's Carbon, which is the black one. And what I like to do with this is I like to do my eyeline like this. I like to do it with a powder first, and I like to start off in the middle and then drag it outward. This gives you a preview of how it's going to look and how thick you want to go with your eyeline or how thin you want to go with your eyeline. It's always good to be double checking with your other side or both eyes to make sure that it's nice and even. You don't want to have, one that's longer than the other, but it tends to happen. It's really hard, even for a makeup artist who has had years of experience, to sometimes get that perfect eyeliner. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. That is not a problem. As you can see, I made a mistake and it just doesn't look good. So what I used is Estee Lauder's Gentle Eye Makeup Remover with a Q-tip, and I just cleaned up everything that I didn't like and continued on and pat it dry. It doesn't leave a residue or anything like that. After that, I'm happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and use Maybelline's Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner. And this is going to be in like the blackest black. This eyeliner or gel liner is actually really good. I love it. It's inexpensive. I think it's cost like maybe under $7 to $8. But it's really, really good. And I'm going to use a really small angle brush for this. But it's really good. It lasts all day, all night. It is smudge proof, waterproof. It's everything proof until it's time to come off. So what I did here, I just applied it over the black eyeshadow that I had already applied with the angled brush before. And this is just going to give it even more staying power. Once you are satisfied with how everything looks, just make sure that you get every nook and cranny and that you just apply enough to where it's nice and dark and it's not, like washed out. If you do make a mistake, you can just reapply a little bit of the crease powder that you've used, so that way you can cover up any kind of mistakes that you might have had, and then you can always go over whatever you did put makeup on. I followed by using the NYX Loose Pigment in Naked and a small fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I put the pigment on a palette so that way I'm able to apply it better. I also like to turn the eyeshadow upside down because it gives me a better view of how and where I'm applying that shadow, so it's nice and shimmery where it's supposed to be and not where it's not. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. I used Ardell's Baby Wispies. I love this lash. It looks really, really natural. And I also used Duo's adhesive for the lashes. And this is where that dropping goes. As you can see, I dropped the lash right on top in the middle. And then I just pulled the ends a little bit down and just secure them properly to where I want them. I just make sure that they're really, really on there, and I tend to squeeze a little bit the eyelash with my own eyelashes, so that way the glue will adhere to my natural lash, and that way it makes it last that much longer and they don't fall or anything like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit more eyeliner, so that way I can cover that band, since it is an invisible band and that glue will show. So I just want to go over the eyeliner with the lash now that it's properly set and cover all that glue and that invisible band. And if I see any, little mistakes here and there that need to be corrected, or if I want to make my eyeline that much darker, which I just did. I just made it a little bit darker and I cleaned off a little bit of that mistake, little residue. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more of the crease powder as well. And then I take a little bit of that pigment and I drag it across my crease too, just to give it a little bit more show. Now I'm going to use NYX Dark Circle Corrector in orange and using a concealer brush. This is a correcting concealer. This is what's going to make those pesty, super dark, stubborn eyes, dark circles underneath your eyes completely disappear. As you can see, I'm applying this before my foundation, when I normally don't apply anything before my foundation when it comes to concealer. The reason being is because this is a corrector. This has to stay underneath. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD Ultra NY345 with a dual fiber stippling brush, and I'm going to just dot all over my face, including my lips, because I'm going to be using a matte lip, so I want everything to be nice and smooth, and I want to create a different lip line. As you can see, I did not go over my under eyes with the stippling brush. I actually just patted it. I didn't rub it or didn't do anything like that because I don't want to move that. Just remember to drag all your makeup down to your neck. Next, I take a beauty blender and I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that foundation with the corrector underneath. Sometimes you can use your fingers to make sure that it's nice and blended. Go ahead and just blend your entire makeup. Make sure that you get everything, including your neck, so that way it's all one shade. I'm going to take Erase Paste in medium and I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes. I also use a MAC Select Moisture Concealer in NW30 and MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC30, and I'm not showing it only because I'm at the end of it, so I have my little tube super open and destroyed, and I only have a small sample of the NC30, the Pro Longwear, so I'm only going to show what it looks like, but I'm going to apply that over all of the concealer that I just used, including over my lips a little bit on my lip line, just to remove some of that line, and I'm going to blend everything together with the beauty blender. Once I'm completely satisfied that everything is blended and nothing is showing, it's good to just make sure that you get every single nook and cranny. I'm going to take the MAC Prep and Prime CC Corrector Loose Powder in Neutralize, which is in yellow, and I'm going to apply it with the Beauty Blender. And I'm going to put that underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my lips, just anywhere that I put that corrector and that concealer on, that's exactly where I'm going to go ahead and use the loose powder. Now I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Stick in Universal to contour. And as you can see, I already know where my cheekbones are, so it's very easy for me to locate them. But always start from your hairline and drag it down to the center of your face. If you're going to contour your nose, make sure that you always go from your brow, just like how I had done it, all the way down, and do like a little triangle at the end of the nose. Make sure that you drag some of that product underneath your chin to give it that illusion of not having a double chin. I'm now using the H&M's Fluffy Angled Buffing Brush, and I'm going to buff everything on my face where I used the NYX Wonder Stick Concealer to contour my entire face. I really am loving this brush. It buffs everything nicely. Everything from cream to liquid and powder, especially powder since it's really dense. I'm now going to be using the IT Cosmetic Contour Palette. I'm going to use those three contouring shades so that way I can give my face a nice depth and a really good illusion. And all I'm doing is just going back into what I already had done with the NYX Wonder Stick. So I'm just going over it and just adding some more color to it. I like to go really dark when I'm barely applying it because afterwards I buff everything out, as you can see, and it just looks extremely natural once it's fully buffed out. Right now I applied a little bit too much on one of my sides, as you can see right there. It's a little darker, but it's okay, everything will be just buffed out. I followed by using MAC's Peaches blush, and I'm going to use a cheek brush to blend everything in. And then I'm going to use a small angled brush to mix everything together. And there you go. And this is just going to continue to buff everything out and just blend everything in really nicely just to give it, more of a natural color. Now I'm going to use a small powder brush to remove all the excess powder under my eyes that I used to bake all that concealer. And I'm going to make sure that it's not underneath my eyes and looking all crazy. And then I'm going to take a large fluffy powder brush and I'm going to blend everything on my face. And I'm just going to go in circular motions and just continue to blend everything together so that way it starts looking more natural. I'm going to go ahead and use MAC Soft and Gentle with a fluffy concealer brush. And I'm going to use this to highlight the ridge of my nose, a little bit on the tip of my nose. Gives it that really pretty glow. Now, I normally use the highlight here on top of my brow and not on my brow bone. This actually makes it look so much more natural because that's where light hits you. And this is going to give you that really pretty candlelit glow that everybody loves. And as you can see, I'm applying it on top of my cheekbones. So that way, once that light hits, it looks really, really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and use number 7 bronzing beads. And I'm going to use a large fluffy powder brush with this. And I'm going to apply it all over my face to give me a nice bronzing color. That way I don't look washed out. I used a white pencil eyeliner on my waterline. This is going to give the appearance of whiter eyes and more of the awake look. And it looks really, really pretty after you complete your entire look and apply your mascara. I'm going to use a pencil brush with Smashbox taupe. And I'm going to put a little bit under my eyes just to give it a little definition so that way that white eyeliner can pop out really, really nicely. Now I'm going to be using a new mascara from Maybelline. It's called Volume Express the Falsies Push-Up Mascara. This has a really, really cute and funny looking brush. I will write a post about it so that way you guys can know, and I also will use it when I'm not wearing false lashes and let you guys know how that looks. Now I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to be using number 7 lip liner in Plum, and I'm going to line my lips. It's always important to line your lips starting from the inner corners and dragging it out. As far as like your cupid bow goes, everybody has a different way of doing their lips. I prefer to start mine from my cupid bow and then work the way out. Other people like to work from the inner corners up into the cupid bow, but I don't. Now I'm going to be using Bites lipstick in Kier Royale, which is a beautiful plum color with blue undertones. It's a very, very pretty. And I'm just going to fill everything in. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a small lip brush. What this lip brush is going to do is it's going to clean any mistakes that I've done, and it's going to make everything look much more prettier. Following right now is NYX Soft Matte in Transylvania. This color is a super rich, dark, soft matte. And when I mean soft matte, I mean it is a non-drying but still drying matte. And what I'm doing is I'm using a really small lip brush and I'm applying it with that instead of actually using the applicator that it comes with. This is just giving me a more precise application, which is exactly what I want, instead of having, to have all these mistakes and having it to clean it up all over again. As you can see, the color gives it a really pretty like ombre effect, and it's just gorgeous. I'm going to take that same small fluffy lip brush and I'm going to apply a little bit of my foundation. I'm going to go around my lips and I'm just going to really clean it out and drag out that makeup down so that way it looks perfectly. And you can go ahead and see how it just looks much more defined. It looks just way too perfect. Like, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's one of those tricks that everybody should know how to do and how to use. As you can see there, I'm just going and cleaning up around my lip area. And it actually kind of highlights the area, so it makes my lips appear even bigger, even though they're not, and the illusion of makeup is amazing. And that is it for today. I'm just going to apply a little bit more of the lipstick, and we're done. Following